Hello and welcome to Toadstool Tarot. Robin here. Please pardon me for reading from my pre-written text as I leaf through some cards, and for the lack of refinement from this camera. My overhead camera is sharper but less predictable, often cutting off in the middle of recording. So please bear with me. And if you wish to see sharper images of these cards, there are a few other sharper walkthroughs. This is the last acquisition for my year 2023, entitled The Manuscript of Initiations Tarot. The best thing we can do in life is to look for and manifest magic, to heal. Magic is all around us if you know where to look and are open to its presenting itself to you. It's much about awareness and expressing gratitude. As with most things in life, they come easier to us when we're least needful of them, when we aren't looking. It's quite difficult to force magic into happening. It comes to the resting open hand rather than the reaching forth grabby hand. Tarot, in my opinion, works best when we become passively connected to it, rather than attempting to wrench meaning out of a deck. One of the things I love most about the tarot is that it's an ancient method of connecting with secrets. The major and or minor arcana are in of themselves books of secrets. Some of us in this fast-paced era of knowledge acquirement want quick and easy answers. We wish to be spoon-fed magic. There are decks that do that, and sometimes they're worth having for a quick and easy read. But any deck worth its salt won't throw answers at you. It'll make you meet it halfway, being open to information that it sends you. And often you need to do some work in translating the language so that it can be properly used. The mystics who originated tarot and used it as a secret language to pass on knowledge that needed to be kept private so that it mightn't be misused, buried its secrets in symbols and obscurities so that we might locate the proper portals for entry into its world. I'd say if you don't want to do the work, then find a deck where someone else has already done it for you, or simply read a book, be it a guidebook or an academic treatise. Tarot is its own book, one of symbols that stimulate the subconscious and stir darkness to bring light. I've recently acquired a deck that very much intrigues and engages me. It's not new, but it's new to me. It has been out for several years now, but I only just happened upon its third edition on Etsy. It is called The Manuscript of Initiations, and it is very much akin to what I have been talking about. This is the box. It's a tuck box. This third edition has a differently designed back decoration than the first two editions and is one of the most beautiful card designs I've yet seen. It is also an appropriate title as it's derived from various medieval manuscripts and is an introduction of sorts for initiates of mystic studies, although perhaps not for your average tarot beginner. It also contains 2 extra cards, not part of the original major arcana, numbered 22 and 23. Appropriate to the time, they are hunger and plague. I will likely not use them in my reads as they vary from the standard system. It also comes with a guidebook, which I don't recommend relying on, as it supplies only a brief essay on tarot history and a few standard keywords. It does come in 4 languages. The deck is one with parchment-colored card backgrounds and depicts illuminated imagery and marginalia from medieval manuscripts. There are miniatures of written script depicted as well. But if you are looking for answers there, then I think you are missing the point. They are nearly large enough nor clear enough to communicate to the eye, even under a magnifying glass. And I argue that even if you could read them, they'd be in languages you don't understand. Many medieval manuscripts appearing in Latin or other languages that don't even use the English alphabet. To many, it will seem like random elements are thrown together on a card to confound us. Some are not entirely in refined focus, but all are suggestive of the mysticism of an era that intrigued and entertained the likes of scholars as well as congregants, as shown in church lessons by artists like Hieronymus Bosch. Unusual beings comprised of human, animal, plant combinations haunted and danced in the margins of old manuscripts. They may have to be read as in the language of our dreams. They are not readily forthcoming. They retain the mysteries of the arcanum. I'm enjoying this deck and making no demands of it. I use it for readings as I would any deck with the familiar tarot titles, regardless of the images. But I engage with the imagery in a way I might engage an oracle deck. And when I say oracle deck, I mean finding meaning where it is not readily given in keywords, passages typed on the cards, or even explanations in a book. What do the images suggest to you? This is not likely a first introduction to tarot deck, and there's nothing wrong if you need help from others. But if you're familiar with tarot systems, it can be read, and the images may suggest to you additional layers in the depths of conscious understanding, if you are open to them arriving on their own schedules. I am treasuring this deck, so much so that I have ordered a backup copy. It is available through a Ukraine vendor on Etsy, very cheap. The price seems suspiciously affordable, but I can find no information indicating anything otherwise untoward. This deck does make me want to seek out other decks or books like it, delving into the mysteries of the Middle Ages through art. If you know of other decks of this kind, or even books, let me know in the comments. I am aware of the Serpent and the Peacock Tarot, but this deck works for me in ways that other deck did not. The marginalia imagery also seems like inspiration that inspired current popular artists like Patrick Valenza, but this one feels more accurately steeped in mysterious history. Thank all of you who are watching. If you like, please subscribe and hit the bell notice. I wish you a blessed new year. 2024 adds up to be the year of strength and or justice. Here's to hoping that both prevail. And now, having completed reading my pre-written text, I will continue showing you the rest of the cards with little or no comment. thank you for joining me today, for bearing with me, and let you know that this is currently available on Etsy at an extremely reduced sale price, well under $20, including free shipping. So this is the Manuscript of Initiations Tarot, 3rd edition. I thank you for joining me, and everybody, please have a happy new year.